So in this episode, I'm going to share with you some things that you really don't need to be saying to somebody if they happen to be diagnosed with a brain tumour. And we don't talk about this. So you may be experiencing like difficult challenges in life, and you tell your friend or your partner or someone around you, and you don't really know what you want to hear back from them, but it's probably not what they say to you. And we don't say to people, actually, what would be really helpful is for you to do this. And I've experienced some really random things. So what not to say to somebody living with a brain tumour might be, but you look fine. I mean, that's just that. There's nothing to do with looking fine and something being inside your brain that shouldn't be there. Really unhelpful. That also leans into the whole thing that if you look fine, you must be fine. But don't touch me because I'll crumble and I'll fall apart. That's another thing. Looking fine and feeling fine. Two very, very different things. I know a friend who had a brain tumour. Don't care. One, it's probably not the same. And two, you're either going to finish with, and they're fine, or, and they're dead. Either one, I'm not interested in. And this is what people say. I had a friend with a brain tumour. She died a couple of years ago. Why would you say that? Why would you tell me? Absolutely no use at all. Please don't say that to anyone with a brain tumour. You must have done something in a previous life. Why would you say that? I'm being blamed for a previous life that I had no control over, even if I was there, and I'm being punished. Weird. I mean, that's mouth going quicker than brain. I mean, I can do that as well, but that was weird. Oh well, try not to worry about it. Oh, okay then. Hadn't thought of that one. Yep, I'll put that on the list. Don't worry. Good. Least it's not cancer. Oh my God. I've never wanted cancer in my life until I had a benign brain tumour. And then there was an element of me, and this is a bit uncomfortable to say, but it's true. I kind of thought, damn, shame it's not cancer. I mean, that's ridiculous. Benign is not fine. And the brain tumour charity are telling everybody that. It shouldn't be there. It's in your brain. But at least it's not cancer. Oh, can they do anything about it? I'm in Tesco's, aisle 3, and somebody comes up to me who I haven't spoken to for very many years, has seen a post, hasn't commented on it at all, hasn't checked in. How are you? Do you need anything? Can I help with anything? They're the things you want to be saying. But waits until I bumped into her in Tesco's to then say, oh, I hear you've got another brain tumour. Can they do anything? What do you expect me to say? Buy the fucking eggs. No, I'm going to die on Thursday. Oh, actually, I won't because it's not cancer. So that's, yeah. So often we don't say what we need to hear. And we don't normally kind of experience these things. So it's not like there's a particular blame that I'm apportioning, but it's just really interesting to hear people's response. You'll be fine. All right, doc. I mean, that's just, you'll be fine. Basically says, oh, a bit uncomfortable, not really sure how to handle this. I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to say really nicely with a, stop this conversation now. You'll be fine. It'll be fine. You've done it once, you can do it again. No, I've done it once and I'd really like to not go through that again. But yes, you're right. I could have the top of my head carved off again. Thank you. You're not a doctor. Could be worse. Yep. Could be better too, but let's go with that one. Could be worse. Yes, it could be. Thank you. That's totally invalidating anything I might want to say to you afterwards. But yeah, could be worse. What about when you're going through a situation and you want to hear what you need to hear? How do you tell somebody actually, it would be really helpful if you said X, Y, and Z. So you may have been through a situation where you perhaps gone through the loss of somebody really close to you, and people don't know what to say. Ultimately, we think about our own mortality in those situations. How would I be dealing with that if it was me? We tend to be very self-centered about those things, not intentionally, but we tend to bring it back to our own mortality. We tend to think about how would I deal with that in that situation. And if we haven't been in a situation like that before, we haven't tested those waters, so we don't know how to react. And so we react in a sense of either blurting something out, which is really not helpful, or we tend to shut it down. So what I would encourage people to do is let's be a bit more open with saying, do you know what I would really like from you is X, Y, and Z. What I'd really like to hear is, can I help you? Let me take the dog for a walk. I haven't got a dog anymore. She's also dead. But if I did have a dog, I'd want somebody to come out and walk the dog for me. That is a practical help. Let me know how I can help you. Great. You're asking. When somebody's suffering a loss, a friend of mine had posted something on her Instagram about how people had said, really unintentionally hurtful things that she found hurtful as she was going through the grieving process, which never really ends, does it? Let's face it, when you've lost somebody so close to you. And people were well-meaning, but they were saying things like, he had a great life. Well, at least you had a great relationship with him. I never got on well with my dad. It just isn't what you want to be hearing at a time when you're feeling really sensitive, vulnerable, and sad with loss. So what do you want to hear when you're perhaps grieving? We don't talk about grief, do we? Like, death is such a taboo. Needless to say, in my family, when I've talked about how I grew up, we have the death file. And I also have a death file in my house. Which people find really strange. I mean, I wrote a will when I was 19. I'm still here. Like that kind of stuff, but that prepping, that talking about death in a way that it's like, you're not going to live forever. Nobody is. Are they? Maybe I will. But the death file is about planning. It's about being able to say, yeah, I want you to be really sad for ages when I've died, but I don't want you having to work out admin or account numbers because it's all in this special file, which I'm not going to tell you where it is because it's in a secret place, which I've probably forgotten because that's what happens in midlife. You can't remember anything, right? So having things that are planned out that take away that stress that when you're having to deal with something like grief or an illness makes things a lot less stressful for the people who are trying to care for you at the time. So if you have perhaps lost somebody really close to you, and this will happen to all of us at some stage in our lives, and it can be really difficult because when somebody else is telling you that they've lost somebody, maybe that triggers an emotion that you have that reminds you of a time when you've lost somebody. And that can bring up all sorts of emotions that maybe you have or haven't processed, or the support you did or didn't receive, or whatever was going on for you at that time. And perhaps if you haven't been in that situation, it's like, oh God, right, that's going to happen to me one day. I don't know what to say. So I'm either going to say something really like weird that I'm going to overthink for the next 4 days, or I'm just going to shut it down. And I think what people want to be able to hear is that they have a safe space to be able to talk about things without somebody offering you a solution. So when somebody is talking to you as a friend and coming to you about something that is really personal to them, that maybe is really upsetting or frightening or disconcerting, that instead of what we tend to do is rush in with I know somebody who, or don't worry, it's not that bad, or time's a healer, or at least you had a great relationship with that person, keep the memories strong. I've written that. You actually just want that space to go, I'm here for you. Is there anything I can do to help? instead of jumping in and fixing it, which is something that we are, especially as women, we can be the real fixers. That let's patch it all together and make it better. But in those times, people don't want that. They actually want a safe space to be able to laugh, cry, say something inappropriate, be sad, be weird, and not be judged for it. So it's all well and good saying, don't do this, don't do that. Hold space. But it's the practical how-tos. And this is the bit that I'm so passionate about, because it's like, it's all well and good knowing, but like, how do you actually do it? So some of the key phrases that enable you to be able to invite that sort of space in is saying, I don't know what to say. Now that really does let you off the hook from basically anything that you say afterwards, because you've already said, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I'm out of my depth. I don't know what to say. But I'm here for you. And then you stop talking. You know, if you're on the phone, stick a pen in your mouth. Just leave that space. You've allowed them that safe space to go, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Brackets, but I'm not judging you. I'm not filling in the gaps. I'm not telling you something that's wildly inappropriate or really irritatingly insensitive. But I'm here for you. So it says I might not do this perfectly, but I'm creating that space. Another thing that you might want to say to somebody is, I really feel for what you're going through right now. It sounds like it's a really difficult time for you. Now, you don't need to finish it with, but it will get better, because you don't know that it will. And you don't need to say, but you'll be okay in the end, because actually you don't know that either. That just invalidates it. So you just want to stop there. I feel that this is a really difficult time for you. I'm sorry you're going through this. Let me know what I can do to help. Or I'm here for you. Keep it short. Keep it open. Don't go fixing. Don't go telling people it's going to be okay. They don't need to hear that. You really don't need to hear that. You know you're going to be okay when you can trust yourself. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I'm shit hot. I'm going to be more than fine. Like, this is fine. But right now, this is really difficult. This is really upsetting. This is a lot to navigate. I don't doubt that I'm going to be fine, but right now I'm in the thick of the mud, and I just need people around me who are going to go, I'm here for you. I might get this all completely wrong, and I might say some really ridiculous things, but you have this safe space with me. That's what people want and need to hear. And I would love to hear in the comments if there is something specifically that has helped you at a difficult time where somebody said, like, yeah, here's the golden answer that you wanted to hear. Because we all deserve to know what to say in challenging times. So if you've loved what you've heard, I would really appreciate you subscribing, sharing it with your friends, family, colleagues, waifs and strays. They are all welcome here. You can click the subscribe button, and in the episode description there is going to be a link where you can get in touch with me, and I'm here for it. So get in touch. I would love to hear from you and see how I can help you.